Hey, you guys, welcome to JAMES C STARKE Radio. Thanks so much for listening. We got a great show. I am in the weirdest place I think I've ever been. I had to travel miles, had to go on bus, plane, sea. I had to crawl underground. I had to use an axe pick, everything to get to this really creepy place that I'm in. And there's only one person that I'd have to dig that far to get this creepy with, and that is Scott Rowe and Redrum. How you guys feeling? Oh, shit. I'm scared as hell. I have a torch in my hand. I can hardly see, and right now I think that's Maddie reaching out to me. And I mean, if you guys seen Maddie, he looks like Sasquatch's kid. And I'm a little nervous. I gotta say, I'm a little nervous. You guys, how you feeling? How we doing?
All right.
How
Good
are things
rehearsal we
rolling?
just had.
Yep.
I got to sit on rehearsal tonight, and I'm gonna tell you, it was really cool. I had to step outside a few times, and those were only for phone calls, not because you guys were too loud for me, because I was really enjoying it.
What?
But I was trying to get some. What? Wait, hang on a second.
Too loud, too low.
Wait,
What?
hold on a second. Get the shit out of my ears. Oh, Maddie, that's not my ear. Oh, Maddie, I told you not to stick that in my ear. I'm sorry not to do that. Scott, we go way back, buddy, and we got to reconnect again a little while after I came out of my comas. And you came out of your saving the world with everything you were doing military-wise and all that stuff. Yeah. So you arrive in Phoenix from where?
Oh, you telling me want to go way back?
Yeah, let's go way back. We were born in...
I was born in 1963. No,
I didn't say when. I mean, where? I mean, yeah, because
I was born in California.
And you got here in the mid-'80s, if I remember, when we first met.
I first came here to Phoenix August of 1990 when I first got here. So I've been here on and off 30 years, you know. But this way, we have to do part two, because I can have my own behind the music.
Oh well, dude, we've already talked about this. We have a video. We've got a whole biography thing set up. We have a whole thing set up. But today, it's about you and Redrum.
Yeah, it's all about Redrum, really.
Which is really funny. Maddie, if you keep making those gestures, you're going to get us all worked up. You're with the crew of us, and you and Homeboy over here who started those gestures. You guys, you can't see this on the podcast, obviously, but Maddie's wearing a bikini with these really pretty polka dots, and it looks really hot. So imagine Maddie in a really hot bikini with that beard, and I'm just telling you, he'd be my favorite Sully. He'd be yours too. All right, so Scott, take us back. Where did this begin?
Well, for far as Redrum, you know what I can say. Everybody knows I did the Alice Cooper tribute. You know,
we'll get to that in a second. But what I want to know right now, and what everybody wants to know, is Scott Rowe started this years ago as being a singer and being a performer. How did you get started doing that? What started you doing all that? What was your influence as a kid? Was it an aunt, a mom, as a music teacher?
When I was a kid, my influences, when I was a kid, I remember seeing Elvis at the theater. I remember sitting in the front row doing this. I was like 7 or 8.
Oh, he's swaying his hips.
Yeah, I was. I was so into that. And somebody come down, the usher says, "Man, you keep doing that, you're going to have to leave." I was like, because I couldn't get Elvis,
How old were you when you saw him?
I was like 71 when I saw that movie, Elvis on Tour. And then there was Alice on TV not too long after that, I remember. And then Kiss came along. And then Ted Nugent and all that. And then I always dreamed of being in a rock band because I couldn't play anything. I tried to learn to play drums, tried to play guitar. I had no tolerance. Really couldn't sing for shit.
Well, I heard you're going to try singing next.
Yeah, no doubt.
Is that the next thing?
It took me a long time to learn what I got now.
The way that you portray your vocals is different than everybody else, because everyone's so used to a certain style, but you really have your own style.
The original, yes.
You're almost like...
I don't like to be compared to anybody.
Yeah, what I think, like, when I hear you, it's almost like you're standing in a coffee shop, but a different type of coffee shop, like a coffee shop in a whole different age that was like rocking like heavy metal tea. Something crazy like that. But you're up there doing your thing with a beat behind you, because it's almost like I don't want to compare you to Jim Morrison, because that's not what I'm thinking. But the way that he was a poet and they made him a singer, that's what you remind me of. You remind me of like a poet. You got so many stories to tell, and you put this beat behind you, and you deliver it this way.
I can actually tolerate.
Freaking cool.
Yeah, I can actually tolerate my own voice now.
Oh, well, you know what? That's
a long time.
That's hard for a vocalist. You guys, seriously, if you're listening. Well,
hey, I admit, I sucked back in the day. I went off key many times back in the day. I learned a lot.
Well, here's something we talk about.
That's what being a professional is about. You're always learning. You're always learning.
Let me jump you on some.
I wish I had the talent I had now back then. God.
Something we talk about on this show when we bring things up so our fans understand this is as a vocalist.
Yeah.
People don't understand that when you sing and talk, that yourself, you hear yourself through your mouth, but you also hear yourself through your throat that goes through your ears through the auditory canal. So we hear our voice with a little bassier tone. So like you said, hearing yourself and accepting your voice, because when you hear it on tape, it's exactly the way people hear you, not the way you hear you, because that input side voice isn't there. So I just like to educate people on that when we do stuff like that, so they understand that.
Here's something for everybody that.
You didn't know that, did you? Look at you, Matt. You're like, whoa, I didn't understand. So every time I growl, people won't hear that? No, you sound like a smart.
Here's some advice for a young musician that's never. Here's some advice for a young musician that's never been in the studio before, ever. When they're very first going in, because I knew what my friend Tim Burnham said. That's the first thing I thought what he told me. He said the first time he went into a studio, when he heard him say, he realized how bad he sucked. And I know, because I went and tried to do, and the engineer's laughing at me. But you know what? He goes, Scott, you're not on stage. Because I'm always used to being on stage and everything. You know, and I realized how bad he's, but you know what? He started giving me direction. And I wasn't thinking I was on stage, you know. And so it was the first demo story scene I did years back, you know. And he directed me, and I took direction really well. Well, and that's what I do. And I learned, and I take songs home when I go in the studio. I'm like a kid in the candy store. When I record something, I'll take like scratch track home, and I just work on it. Like I'm doing with the Boogeyman. I got our little scratch track right here. And I'm getting more of a feeling. Because I act everything out. It's like a story. Everything I tell is stories. You know?
That's what I was getting at, is you being a poet like that. Yeah, with that.
The thing is, if I went on stage and just be boring, you know, nobody's going to go, hey, you know. You know, it's a rule of Alice Cooper. You know, you get out there, the stage is yours. That's your time. You get out there, you go, come here. I mean, it's your fucking time. And those people are going to pay attention to you, what you're doing. And if you're not doing it right, we wrote this in Grandma's garage, tying your shoe between songs, people are going to get the fuck out of here.
Right.
They want to show. They want to be taken.
Well, you see you hear it with your eyes and your ears. Absolutely.
And this band right here, I'll tell you.
Tell me a little bit.
I'm proud about it.
Tell me a little about the band. Let's introduce
that's
everybody.
That's what we should be talking about, because you know what?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm nothing without these guys right here.
Yeah.
Period.
Walter Payton was not the 85 Bears, but he was part of it.
Well, no, I mean,
exactly.
You know, I'm very humble to people that come see us. The last show.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the band. We'll talk about the last show. But anyway, let's
introduce ourselves.
Let's start off. When I was putting Scott Rowe and Redrum together,
there you go.
It was almost, come March, it'll be 2 years now, Matt? Yeah. We only been playing out more of a year, like about a year.
April will be 2 years.
Yeah, April will be 2 years. We only been playing out maybe a year of that, you know, because we did all that rehearsals until we made the debut. But Maddie came first. So I remember I was sitting at home and saying, how can I get to play drums? You know, first I'm just going to record. And my wife said, well, let's get Maddie. I go, no, he wouldn't do it.
That home wrecking, train wrecking, whatever. Maddie.
I admire this guy. But when he said yes, my jaw just dropped to the floor. You know, and then Robbie, you know, I was just, hey, Rob, somehow you just can't, you know. So we're all in there, and we had Donnie that came in, and then we just started doing recording, and all of a sudden, then we just started becoming a band, you know.
Right.
Yeah. And I wanted to be a solo, because I wanted to try to escape the Alice thing. It was going to be Scott Rowe, but, you know, I started thinking, no, let's just not do solo. Well, yes, but let's do, like, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers, you know. You had all the, you know. So I wanted Scott Rowe and
the Heartbreakers.
Dude, Red Rum is so perfect for you.
Well, yeah,
but it's so perfect for you. It really is.
How he coming out of that name was, well, the thing is, he was in a band called She Murdered Me. They were in my favorite metal band back about 6 years ago. Have you seen the video I just posted?
He, by the way,
this
is
man
Maddie.
right here. This is Matthew Taylor, the drummer. Like I said, I never thought in a million years.
Say hello,
this guy.
Maddie.
Say hello, Maddie.
Really hear not a fuck doll that you really refer to. Cool.
And he brings that growl I need too, you know. And believe me, we're making the songs more heavier. And this guy right here, and the heavy drumming and his growls. We can harmonize growls.
Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie has his growls are famous for making women horny. So when you show up to these things, if you sit on the speaker while Maddie's growling, I guarantee he will make you happier than sitting on top of any washing machine you ever dreamed about.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But put it this way. every good band starts with a good drummer and a rhythm section.
That's your backbone. You gotta have that.
If you don't have a good drummer, you ain't gonna have a good band.
No.
You don't have a good drummer.
So then why are you dealing with Maddie?
No doubt.
No, Maddie's awesome. I like Maddie crap because Maddie is one of the guys in the scene who's allowed to give me shit anytime he wants, and we go right there. Yeah,
I'm gonna go on record that I got
bro.
probably the best rhythm section in this fucking town.
I
Matthew
cannot
Taylor.
disagree.
I mean, come on, think about that.
I can't disagree. And tonight I got to sit in.
And
you
then,
guys understand? I got to sit in with practice tonight. You guys were.
Not even
you
on
guys
top of that.
Some stuff that no one's seen before.
This guy right here.
Oh, you guys were killer.
This guy right here, Forrest Splinter.
Oh, and Forrest, by the way, is really good at if you're deaf or anything, he's really wonderful at sign language. He taught me a whole bunch of stuff tonight too. So I don't know if that's a second career he has or not, but he's really good at it. I just wanted to point that out.
Which is also his
right. I'll tell you, if you can't hear the music, he will show you how to feel it. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. So go on, keep going now because you got a new kid in the band.
And in our new addition here, we have Doc Tarantino and the relationship he said to Quentin, right? He gets that all the time.
Well, there might be, but they're just not admitting to anything because you never know. You know?
Put it this way, I got a damn good
If you're listening, bring me to Hollywood.
Yeah.
I got a damn good rhythm
Uncle
section
Quentin.
and two great guitar players right there.
All right, and now
it's all coming along.
Let me bounce a little bit. You've put this together. It's been a dream of yours forever. You do the Alice tribute concert or tribute that we're going to get into a little bit later, and then that's a whole other show too that we're going to talk about. I know we're on our last year with that.
It's all about the original music.
But I want to get a little background. Let me get a little background here from our players here because you really put some dudes together. So you guys, really quick, give me a quick bio on each and every one of you. Maddie, let me save you for a second, okay? Mr. Frankenstred. Now, you guys know I'm a big Boris Karloff fan, a huge horror fan, and this and that, but I've never seen anything uglier in my life that scares the shit out of me more than the way that this man plays that fucking bass and everything else he does.
Scares the shit out
the way he looks is probably close to an Oscar on making Karloff look like Brooke Shields. This man will scare the shit out of you, but I'll tell you what, he's the biggest teddy bear I've ever seen. He's got the greatest look in the world for horror, and it takes all of us to make this world go round. This man has got something special, let me tell you. Brother, tell me how this started for you. Where are you coming from on everything? You are so damn talented, I can't handle it.
Oh, wow. Probably started with my mom. She used to play with Wayne Newton back in the 50s.
No
on the Luke King Ranger show,
Very nice.
Yeah, and
how did you start with? Did mom influence? Like my parents influenced me. They were at the Royals back in the '60s, and I was brought into it honestly, and that's all I know.
She had two guitars and two ukuleles, and my hands are too small for guitar, so I learned ukulele when I was 4, and my hands were big enough at 8. I could play the guitar.
Now, did you enjoy it as a kid, or was it something you got forced into?
Oh, no.
I enjoyed it. Or...
I grabbed it. I had a ukulele in one hand, a G.I. Joe in the other, and that was my life right there.
Tiny Tim was a big.
Because I got to tell you something. I'm only teasing everybody how on his.
No, I was listening to Tony Iommi back then.
Now hold on. Let me make something clear. I'm only giving him hell on the way he looks because
and that's no lie.
This guy could seriously be in a horror film and make me scare the shit out of you, but at the same time he's got this look in his eyes that says, I'm your comfort zone. I'm telling you, you can look at this man right now and say he's either going to scare me or he's going to save me. And that's a very unique look that you have, but you've also brought that same, and this is weird for me to say, but I work with me if you can. The way he plays brings that same talent of the way he looks. So you get really what you're seeing. Oh, yeah. He's got this talent on his bass that he brings you into this world of, oh my God, you make me feel so good. And at the same time, he can haunt the shit out of you the way he plays it. And it's incredible how you have this talent that's just built into you. And you're telling me you never fought those lessons as a kid. You just fell right into it.
I just fell right into it. Yeah. I wanted to.
Now,
everything.
How does Mom feel about that now?
She likes it. And
she's into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful, man.
Yeah.
God, I can't thank you enough. Well, what's your next step? What's your next dream as far as a musician? What's your next goal? What would your next step like to be with everybody, or as yourself? Either one.
Just as myself, I just continue. I never stop learning or playing or whatever. You never plateau. You just always climb to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you never stop learning. You never stop.
That's a fact.
And this group that you guys are in right now, you have a very Scott.
I'm very humbled to have.
And you've stirred things up over your years. You brought in a whole bunch of fresh blood now, and you're starting a whole new thing. And it's neat to see this because it's a whole new generation. You guys, the age group and the jump in this band is like 20, 25 years between your young. Well, hang on a second.
Older and young coming together. I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you've done.
We're a heavy metal band. There's no other bands like that where they're young and older. What we're doing. But
well, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. That you're bringing something new.
We're trying to go up with the big boys, with Soulfly coming up.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun one. Maybe we can talk about a little something after. We have all the time in the world tonight. Okay, my genius friend here, my wonder, the guy that has invented his entire new type of what do we call it? Well, I don't want to call it hand job, but it's not quite sign language. It's kind of like the Kama Sutra of sign language. Yes, that's it. The Kama Sutra of sign language. Okay, so no, hold on a second. I don't even want you to say nothing. I want Scott to introduce you because yes,
for Splinter, right?
No, but Scott, give him the way he does his gestures and all that. Give him a good one. Like I'm introducing you, like you're coming up on stage, and I'm giving the intro. Give him the intro that
on lead guitar. Then we got For Splinter, and I tell you what, man, he's one of the best young guitarists I've ever worked with. Let me tell you,
and nobody works that hand the way he
does.
Yeah.
No, he's 19.
No,
I mean
21.
I mean, he's old enough to get in the bars, guys, and he's old enough to play.
We like to mess with him about his age. Yeah.
And here's the good thing: in case any of the venue owners are listening, he is related to both me and Scott, so he is old enough, and he has an adult with him that is family to get into the bars to play. I'm just saying that as a liability thing for the owners and everybody else. And if not, Mr. Frankenstein is looking at me like, "Oh, I will take him as a meal, if not as a son." So we're good. So either way, we're all happy.
He's got a lot of chocolate.
So, I'm dying to hear your story.
I'm really impressed with his playing, though.
We all are. So tell us. I mean, we got another new kid here on the scene, 20 years old, dude. You're breaking in with Scott Rowe and all these wonderful musicians. How do you feel about this? Oh my God! Wow, did you guys hear that? Wow! You know what he did though? His hands started working in the genital area of his body, and he was kind of showing us how excited he was. He wasn't actually making contact, but he was making gestures. But tell me, how'd you get involved here?
Fucking Sean found me. So Sean was the guitar player in this band before Doc was, and he actually found me working at a Circle K about 2 years ago.
Like, were you working in the Circle K, or were you one of those guys working outside Circle K?
No, I was doing this outside.
You were doing that hand. He's doing that hand thing. Oh my God! You guys, wait till this show goes on video.
We'll hand for food.
Just to let you know that James C. Starke Radio is going on YouTube this year in about 2 more months, and we're gonna have a lot of this footage on there. But you have got to see this new heavy metal sign language because my brother here's got it down. Anyway, so he was working outside Circle K. Or in Circle K.
Well, actually, it was
well,
both.
if you had those hand skills, you were probably a manager.
On my break,
at the place.
I was smoking a cigarette. $20 is $20. But
you know, a handy's a handy. $20, dude. I'll give you a handy for $20. Damn. I'll show you how they do it in the Philippines, man.
No,
Scott showed me that when he got back from being in the fucking service. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh God. So. Sean walked in with his Gilbreth guitar shirt, and that started the conversation.
Hey, your mom's listening, just to let you know before you go too weird with Scott.
Oh, okay. Well, it's I'm out of the hamper, so to speak.
We're never out of the hamper.
No, we're never out of the hamper.
We're never out of the hamper.
He was wearing his company shirt, Gilbreth Guitars, which struck up the conversation. And eventually I went over there and I jammed with him, and then probably about a month after that he ended up joining Redrum, and then I
threw him to the Tigers, to the Lions, I should say.
No shit.
Hey, you know what? He did a damn good job. Let me tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what. When
you know how some musicians come and fucking waste your time, they don't learn shit, or you got to spoon feed them,
Yeah.
You had to do that with him. He came in all. Plus, he was hanging around with us already. Because, with Donnie, watching Donnie...
well, I gotta say, I would have never known, the first time I saw you guys with this particular group, I'm excited because now we've got Doc in the mix, and I get to see his first one. But I've seen like the last 3 episodes, the last 3 groups here. But when I saw you last time, it didn't even seem like it just seemed like you've been here forever. It seemed like you were just right part of it. It didn't seem like
he does his homework.
I just figured it out. Yeah, he does. He totally does. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to say he does his homework. Plus, he's in another band. Let him know Desert Vikings.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're also playing with the big
everybody's all different bands.
Well, everybody's got side projects. Well, I know, but I'm not going to mess with him because I just love kicking him in the balls. There's just something about me and Maddie's balls I just can't get over. I just love just kicking him right in there. No, seriously, all right, check it out. Because before we get there, okay, we got Oddity Paradox. Yeah. We've got Desert Vikings.
You don't even want to ask this dude.
Yeah, this guy.
No, this man. No, seriously. If I go back here, well, that's why I said before. I want to have, and the man we're talking about is.
What, this guy right here, Rob Irwin, yeah.
Let's say it loud, guys.
Rob Irwin.
Okay, this man plays, sings, guitar, bass, sings everything. He does the greatest Ozzy. And the fact, the first time I saw him doing that, I'm not kidding you. The first time I saw him doing that, I was at Joe's Grotto, as a matter of fact. And he walks in, he's got the glasses on, he's got the whole look on. He walks past me, and I shit you not, I thought Ozzy just walked past. I followed him outside. He had the accent. He had the whole thing down. And I asked him if I could take a picture and this and that. And then he dumps his real voice on me and takes the glasses off. I'm like, shit. I was like, I swear to God, I thought I was going to go leg hump Ozzy in the back of the fucking thing. And here we got our man right here. But God, he does the greatest as well as Scott does Alice. You do Ozzy. And I'm telling you, I swear to God, if Ozzy passed away yesterday and they needed to double like that shit they pull in Iran with, okay, here's that other lead, and let's just shoot him instead, we'll do our doubles, he would double for Ozzy. He even looks better than Ozzy.
I was in the car with them when they were on TMZ, That was me with Sharon there.
Oh, well.
Be Ozzy.
But
that wasn't Ozzy.
That was Rob.
Yeah. Sharon's still thinking of it. Oh, Rob. Oh, Rob. Where's my Rob? All right, so here we go. We got through everybody else. Now we have the new phase.
Boy.
The new kid, not only to the band, but to the scene.
Oh,
This kid's got a great education. He comes from a good background, and he's been thrown into the fire. And Scott, this is kind of your thing. You like to take the newbies and throw them right into the fire and see what they got.
At least he gets a warm up. He gets
He gets 3 songs to warm up. 4, and one of them is your original.
Yeah.
The other is not even in the band. So
it's all the 50s.
This kid's got it all. I got you last. I'm gonna nail your ass to the wall. Oh, you're in deep shit. Matthew's looking at me right now, playing with his beard. I'm sorry, Scott. Hang on. Matthew's over here playing with his beard because he knows that I'm gonna get him last, but he can't get it. Scott has all right. Let's check this out. Matt's beard. Matt has 2 beards. Hold on. Matt has 2 beards, guys. Matt has a beard growing off his left side and his right side. He's got one for both legs, and they both go down all the way to his toes. This man is never going to be fucking cold in the winter at all. Now, Scott has 6 Linus pubes on his chin, and he's trying to impress Charlie Brown and Lucy with this, right?
Yeah, but I'm going
all right, so before we get to Maddie, because I'm saving Maddie up because he's got a big story for us tonight. But we're going to talk to Doc. Doc,
talk to Docky.
How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. Welcome to everything. Welcome to the scene in Arizona, and welcome to Red Rum.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the warm welcome. No, yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm totally ready to start getting out there, to start showing everybody else what I got. I've been, I would say, in my audio hole for the last couple of years, just learning and doing all my schooling for music and everything else. But I'm really excited to get out there, especially with all the other talented musicians that I have the opportunity to play with. And I'm really excited about getting out and just playing shows and just fucking rock and roll, man.
Dude, that was perfect. You read it exactly how I wrote it up for you. That was great. I'm like kidding. No, that was perfect. No, it wasn't. No, I got to tell you, I go way back with this kid, and there's a little story. We're going to make it really quick.
Well, I got to thank you for turning me on to him.
Well,
I had a good feeling about him.
Well, if we have a quick moment, this is the deal. Yeah. Scott had asked me to find a guitar player. A while back. He was looking for everybody, but he was trying to find some things, and I was lucky enough that he had asked me. I never in a million dreams thought that I would have a student that would do that. He wanted somebody that was seasoned in this and that. Well, we did the 20s party, and we had Doc here to DJ it, And
Did a good job.
who
Oh,
Doc
cool.
and well, quick background with me and Doc right here. We go back since he was what, Doc, 8 or 9?
8 years old.
But he was 8 years old. He was one of my earlier students. Yeah, when I was first got out of college.
Cool.
But he was DJing with me before that. So Doc did this DJ thing. Well, Scott's looking for this one dude, but he takes one look at Doc when he walks into the DJ, and he goes, "I think that's the dude. He looks like the dude I need." But he auditioned and he got it, and I just think that's really cool. So all your training, everything you did, man, dude, I'm proud of you, and I'm really glad that you're in. And I'll tell you what, I'm more than happy that you're in the good hands with these guys.
Yeah.
So good
really
luck.
do.
If you embarrass me, I will beat the shit out of you. I swear to God, I brag to everybody you're my best student. You better not screw this up.
You know,
okay.
Right?
I know you only
I
do.
got tons of stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The first time I'm out with Doc, he's DJing with me. I said, "Dude, that was just one little minor screw up. Let's not do those again." He goes, "No problem." He goes, "But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna screw this whole show up on you." I said, "You are?" He goes, "Yeah, but I'm gonna do it so slow that you would never even see it coming." So I thought that was the greatest thing. I'm working with so many DJs, but he was so honest with me. But I do love this kid. He was one of my greatest students that I had, and I'm so glad that he gets to work with you, Scott, because I feel like he's in the best hands he can be. Plus, he's with these other wonderful musicians that are gonna coddle, and you guys are all gonna work
I think
together.
Scott Rowe and Redrum are going to be the force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he brought in all this new blood. I think it's
I'm
great.
alpha blood.
I just had to throw
I'm
a
alpha
little.
blood.
I just had to throw a little plug in. So now if he screws
No,
up, you
no.
guys know I suck as a teacher. But if he does good, you guys know I'm
A
good.
little younger. I'm no
Uh-huh.
spring chicken, but I know I got something different and special.
Now, Maddie, Scott, you absolutely have you beyond something
Well, it's
special,
always a
dude.
good
You've
band.
been here and you
Starts
pulled it
right
off.
here, you know.
He is. I don't know how you didn't get the Entertainer Award last year. I don't know how you didn't do that, but I think.
I didn't know I was up for one.
Well, I didn't know I was up for one either. And I mean, when I'm getting at, I didn't know what happened. But I have a feeling you're gonna be up for one this year, Maddie. Dude, you are like. I want to say this in a really nice way. You're like the biggest whore in this freaking scene when it comes to jam with everybody and making it count. And I mean that in a good way.
He does.
He really does. This guy can jump into anybody and just kick its ass, dude. How do you do this? Where do you come from? Where's your background, man? How does this start?
I started, fourth grade, stuff like that, and they showed us instruments and stuff, and I'm like,
And music class in school?
yeah, stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't feel like blowing shit, so I saw a drum. I'm like,
Oh, dude, you should have saw it. The look on Scott's face was like so disappointed on that.
So I was
That's
like,
the only reason I brought Maddie into the band, and he's like,
I saw the drums, and I'm like, I got into it,
Scott.
and then I just enjoyed the drums and stuff like that, and then once I paid off my snare for being in, starting high school, marching band and stuff like that. He's like, well, you want a drum set? And I'm like, do the same thing you did, pay payments and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, cool. And let's build my first kit and stuff like that.
The picture's right up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your first kit. Oh, cool.
Yeah. My biggest kit was a Pro Export. I had 4 rack toms, 2 bass drums, 2 floor toms.
Yeah.
That was my first kit when I was 18. And I just always liked the metal and the music and stuff like that. My dad raised me up on Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. We go on trips, just me and my dad, blaring Led Zeppelin.
My dad would.
I got into it. That's how I got into mostly into drums, and it's like just enjoy doing it. My bigger influences were, the guys from Led Zeppelin, Bill Ward, and Black Sabbath, and then like Lars from Metallica.
Here's your $5.
The old Metallica.
Yeah, the old Metallica was quick.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Man, I've
the
seen
great,
Cliff live.
missed the motherfucker, Vinnie Paul. He's one of the main reasons I played drums, and
Met him a few times.
Excellent.
and
Excellent.
just
Vinnie
just
Paul,
enjoyed
nice
doing
guy.
it. Just kept doing it,
I met Dimebag.
And I used to live in like Indiana and stuff like that, and been in a few bands, but then I moved out here, and then I started doing music and stuff like that, and just been in a bunch of different bands and stuff like that, and I just love playing music.
Yeah, the band that was
That's
going
how
to
it
go
is.
places. I thought.
Well, you
murdered
do,
me.
because everybody you
Yeah.
sit in with,
But-
you just jam right with, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you guys
I
something.
really thought She Murdered Me would be one of the next bands out of here. Thrash, heavy power bands. They were.
That's what we wanted
But
to.
something happened, and
That's why we looked
wow,
at it. All 4 of us wanted that.
What a disappointment. No, but you know what? I'm fucking 56, almost 57, but I'm going to show this year and next year what Scott Rowe and Redrum is going to do. We're going to go places. Fuck the bullshit.
Wheelchair or not. You
Oh,
put-
yeah.
Just,
'Cause I got more
you know
songs
what?
to write, too.
I'm only kidding, man. You guys
Well,
gotta
we're
see
gonna get
Scott.
more. I'm gonna try to
Scott
get
is
more.
nowhere near a wheelchair, but I'm just teasing him because
Hell
we're all in
no.
our 50s now. We feel like we're old, but music has changed now. You can be 80 and still be jamming.
well,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
You never
No,
told her rock and
seriously,
roll.
I'm telling you.
Never told her rock and roll.
Miss Rose from Onstage Dance Camp, one of our sponsors. She's 85, almost. Well, she's well, I'm not going to say it as far as she's close to that, but people confuse her as my sister or my wife sometimes when we hang out, and I can't believe she looks that good. So 80 is the new 50, man. You know what I mean? Everything has changed. The only reason back in the day, I think in the 80s, when we thought we only had so much borrowed time, we were so hard on ourselves. We did so many drugs and so many parties. We only had borrowed time, but now we've grown up a little bit.
Here.
All right, well, let me ask you a question while we're here.
I'm very surprised.
Okay, everybody answer this, okay? Don't everybody shout at once. Let's start. But what advice would you give to the upcoming bands? Scott, let's start with you, man. You've been around for a while, just like me, dude. What would you say to the newbies?
To the newbies that are coming into the scene.
I
love
seeing
young
one or
talent.
two things.
I love seeing young talent. What they need to do is...
Well, you're great at producing them.
What they need to do is get out and let people know who they are. They need to go to the club they're playing at beforehand. I don't see that anymore.
Yeah, remember when we were kids, we used to go pepper those freaking parking lots with our flyers and everything.
But you
have no excuse now. You got social media, you got flyers, you got everything.
Hang out.
Double it,
At least hang out at a place they're playing and let people know, hey, we're going to be here in a couple of weeks. Here's some flyers and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, go out there and put flyers out there, let people know where you're playing. Social media is fine. I wish I had the technology back then, there's a lot you can do if you do it right.
Right.
There's a wrong way and there's a right way.
You still got to get out there.
But you still got to get out there.
You got to get your posters
still
up there.
You got to get out there.
Thing.
Talk to people. And then when you get on stage, look like something. Get out there, entertain the crowd. Because, man, I tell you, there's bands get up there and they just play. Some people are not even paying attention.
We hear through our ears and through our eyes, correct?
But if you're doing something on stage...
That's what I mean.
Anybody can wear makeup. Anybody. But if you don't have the music to back it up why it's there, then it's fucking meaningless.
Or if you have the music and no makeup.
Anybody can wear makeup and go out and play music on stage. And some people go, oh, wow, they're wearing makeup. Oh. But if they don't have the talent that's going to back it up in the music there, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I tell you, we made a nice little stink. We haven't really played anywhere yet. We really have not played anywhere. Because we were between Gypsies and did one thing at Starlight, and we did the marquee, just a little. But now we're going to spread out. Rips. Now we just did Rips for the first time. They loved us there. And then the bartender's like, we don't normally have these kind of shows, But they loved it.
Well, man, what do you have to say about some newbies?
Yeah.
What's your newbie advice?
Just say, keep doing what you love, being respectful, and just give it all to you.
Now, when you say
respect other bands, too.
Now, when you say being respectful, tell them what you mean when you say that.
I just mean respectful to the whole way the whole thing goes, because you're there to have fun and all that stuff like that. And you respect each other and the bands and the fans, because you got to do it.
Always respect the fans.
You're entertainers. You got to do that and be there.
Everybody needs to understand the fans are the ones buying your tickets, paying your bills, and those are the ones you have got to spend time with.
I always stay humble. I had some people.
You have to.
I got some great compliments from my last performance. I say performance. I go out, I do performance. My band will let you know that.
Oh, dude! I'm telling you, I don't know how he got. I got the award he did, and I don't know how he slipped by. I don't know how he slipped past me. I don't know how he did it. You should have got that, Scott. You should.
Well, my first band I ever had a singer going. I'm going.
You are wonderful.
What the hell is he doing? But
dude, he's a performance artist.
I know.
Man. That's what he does. I get off on that.
Run around. Have something in front of you in my way. You can't see me.
I'm the Silver Tongue Devil. That's my character. Okay.
Well, you guys can tell that he never shuts the hell up. He's still blasting through it all. No, that's good though. But that's your thing. Yes.
I am the Archangel of rock and roll. I'm here to save your soul. For good rock and roll,
baby.
Because I can take you to where you want it.
Mr. Frankenshed, before I have to shock him and put him back down with my taser.
Rob's feelings on new people.
Tell me what you think on new people here. What should you do, kiddos? Tell the kids what you think would help them.
Don't eat any bats. The rabies shots aren't very fun.
I love it. Tell us your options on drinking.
Make sure she doesn't have a long vagina when she takes her pants off. Because then it's not right. And
now, when you say long vagina, can you explain that to us?
I can't. Make sure she doesn't. That her vagina isn't a cock. Forrest knows about that stuff.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna get the Forrest right away here too, because he's gonna explain this. Forrest, just jump in with this. Let's just jump in. Forrest, tell. You know, we've got Johnny's thing here. Or I'm sorry, Mr. Frankenshred, not Johnny. Mr. Frankenshred.
Yeah, he's Frankenshred. I'm Frankenshred.
He's Frankenshred. Exactly. And you guys can imagine me. I'm just Jim, and I'm like in the middle of this shit right now by myself. So imagine what it looks like. So give me your input on what you think, and plus what the fuck he just said.
I can't even comprehend that.
Except for this.
You guys share a bus together. Come on, tell me what's going on.
Well.
He shit in the bus and stunk it up, man.
Yeah, well.
Did you say number two's never happened? It's always number one, number two? No number two in the bus?
No number two in the bus. That's not how I say it. No number two in the bus. You gotta hang that
We
shit
all
out
look
the
like
window.
dogs with our heads out the window.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Forrest, tell me. Run, Forrest, run. Run, Forrest, run's all I can say. Holy shit, run your ass off, Forrest.
Yeah, $1 every time.
Oh, he's doing that sign language thing again. Oh, this is great.
Run.
See what I got put up with you guys? Go ahead.
I haven't been in the scene, but what, a year and a half now?
He's done a lot more. You've done a lot more than a lot of people done. Is
The only thing.
You have a good damn thing to say.
Yeah, no
you guys are
shit.
Killing me. Go ahead.
You know?
So year and a half.
Just don't turn your nose up at anything. Don't ever try to stop learning or think that you're done learning, because that's fucking Frankenshred and Jerky McJerkoff over here have already
Oh yeah,
explained
he
to us.
has no. Like I told you guys, I'm stuck in the middle of this freak show right now today. I don't even know if I'm gonna get home in one piece tonight. But I'll tell you what, if I don't,
You're sitting in front of me. So.
oh, this is gonna be. Well, you know what? Well, hopefully that's how we're gonna get back.
There's a hole in the
I don't
back of
know.
the seat, so I'll
well,
say.
see what I'm saying? This is kind of screwed up. Oh my god, I'm in deep shit. This is like Ringling's on, it's like Ringling Brothers Circus on like Manhattan Avenue or something. It's like really bad, you know.
Well, what I described.
No, da 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 boing chicka bow wow da 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 bow chicka bow wow bam ba da 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 da. Yeah, right.
We are.
I
I
don't
would
know.
say we're like a psychedelic hard rock metal band.
It's Scott Rowe. That's all you have to say. Everybody that knows who Scott Rowe is knows it's going to be
Redrum.
something weird and twisted and
Because
wacky.
it's a band.
Well, yeah, but
It's a band.
anything
Scott
that's
Rowe and
going to be
Redrum.
attached to your
Even though
name
I'm
is
Scott
going to
Rowe,
be
I look
twisted.
out my outside. It's the band, you know.
Oh yeah, well I know there's no Scott Rowe without the band. There's no band without that one. Well, the band could have anybody in front of him, but having you in front of him is a whole different situation. So just saying I have Scott, you can say this is Red Rum with anybody else, but you say Scott Rowe with Red Rum, and they're like, oh
Well,
shit.
reason-
They know it's going to happen. They know it's
reason I
going to be
did that-
bloody. They know it's going to be a scene. They know they're going to have a show. They know it's going to be
The
amazing.
reason I did
so.
I had previous bands that were like 12-inch tacks, and they were Thorazine basically. It's all my stuff.
Now-
And plus, coming out and doing the Alice thing, but I wanted to be more solo. It should. I should be Scott Rowe, you know.
Well, let's
because
check
it's all
this
my
out.
stuff, anyways. And plus, people know from the Alice thing, I'm trying to separate that, trying to, you know. Now
Well-
they know they see the real me.
Well, here we go with the real you.
Yeah.
We have a song on deck here. I've been waiting all night to say it. You finally brought it up, Thorazine.
Yeah, my favorite. The
We're
Sing Live.
gonna play that right now, and you guys check this out. This is an exclusive, first time being played right
Yeah,
here on
nobody's
James C
ever
Starke
had it.
Radio, and I'm blessed to have this here. This is Scott Rowe and Redrum, and this is Thorazine. Check it out, you guys. This song is exactly what it says.
And if you-
dark side of all of us lies deep inside the pain. The part that is Owen the Green. Inside we're all insane. That come and take me away. Half of me is arguing, half of me is crying, half of me is laughing, 'cause the other face. My heart feels a tear. It's a goddamn disgrace. I march for all but here. My brain is on vacation. The rest are saying there's a here. No, masturbation. Help me. You're scared. Turn me away. Go. The half of me is arguing, half of me is crying, the half of me is laughing, 'cause the other half is I march for all but here. My brain is on vacation. The rest I'll say there's a beer. Go, no, masturbation. The darkest sort of all of us. Line 3 inside the page. The part that hurts always a grin. Inside, we're all in it. I said we're all insane. We're all insane. We're all insane. We're all insane. 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 Insane.
All right. Jesus, these people.
Forrest, put your pants back.
Oh, that was Thorazine, you guys. And if you heard it, oh my God. Scott, tell us really quick. You have some great songs. My favorite, one of my favorites is I Hate the Bus. Yeah. Oh, God, I love that song. I wish I had it on here to tonight. But here's the thing. I want to tell everybody where to go to hear your stuff. Yeah. So YouTube, where are we going to YouTube?
Well, I Hate the Bus. You can hear that on YouTube. Just go Scott Rowe, I Hate the Bus, and that'll pop up.
You can also hear it on the bus.
Yeah, too.
And on the bus, anywhere.
And then you can hear that song Thorazine on SoundCloud, Scott Rowe and Redrum, and then you'll probably hear some of the demos that are going to be reproduced here pretty soon.
So you have tons of stuff. I have tons of videos.
Well, I got Licking Your Wounds, Return to Levity, and Man in the Mood.
But our best place,
they're just demos. We're going to redo that with this band here.
But our best place to find it, everybody wants to go check everything on SoundCloud right now.
And then go to Scott Rowe and Redrum on Facebook.
Okay.
See,
you got it. All right, really quick question now. I've asked everybody the same question, but now we've got the newbie, the big virgin of the scene here, like the baby who's just like walked into a blessed situation. I want to ask him what his advice would be to the newbie since he just broke in. What would you say, Doc? Talk to us. So what would you think?
I would say
listen to your instructor. Don't argue with your teacher. Don't give him shit.
All those things,
do what he tells you in practice. I'm saying,
pick up your room, do your homework. No. Just use every single skill and every single thing that you've been working towards, and put it out there. Like, don't be afraid to be yourself or to be the person making the music. It's like, when you play music, it's like an extension, an emotional extension from yourself. So when you're with the band or somebody else, it goes out there, and that's going to your fans and everyone else. So use everything that you've learned, and there's always going to be someone that's better than you, but not better at being at who you are. So just be yourself and support everyone else, and when everyone works together, like, we all win. So, you know, just be respectful and use every skill you have.
Wow, the new blood. Wow, the new blood really makes some sense here. That was really cool. Yeah, you know what, Doug? The whole band's leaving now. They're like, okay, we can't.
We don't need us anymore.
We're melting. I'm melting.
Oh, just real quick,
this
going
is great.
Say when
Yes, come on over, brother.
Man. Come on over here.
All right, we have a special guy in the house today that
he
really
does a
takes
lot
care
for me.
of.
Just
Scott's gonna go ahead. Scott, tell us about it.
This is
Tell us about it,
Roger.
brother.
Roger, how do you pronounce your name?
Hanrahan.
Hammerhead.
Hanrahan.
I like Hammerhead. It sounds like
Either one works.
Well, no, he
he
has that last name where it's like Hammerhead. It's like a tongue twister. You know?
Actually, from what I heard, it used to be Hanrahan
Oh,
back in the
Hammer.
day. And, if you go way, way back, it was Handrahan.
Yeah.
Either way, it sounds like something that belongs in the comments.
He helps me get around. He helps me get
great.
around to the shows and stuff with Redrum and the Alice tribute.
This guy's kind of like your anti-Shay,
Well,
your
he
driver,
also my
your
actor. He
security
plays
guy,
Reverend-
an actor. He
plays
does
the
a lot
Reverend
of things.
Smith, and he plays a gang member when we do Gutter Cats versus the Jets. Snake handler.
Let's bring Monty into the.
Yeah, Monty.
We
the
might be
snake
sharing
handler.
some stage time together.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Monty's
Monty's
a-
fun. Give me some, yeah.
Monty Python's a snake he provides for the show.
Okay,
for the
very
Alice
cool.
tribute there,
Very
you know?
cool. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, you guys, before we wrap things up, tell me we have some cool shows coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Scott, tell me what's happening this Saturday.
All right, Saturday night we got the Remembering the 50s party. There's like 9 bands that are going to be on there.
Now, wait, for people listening in 10 years from now, this is in 2020.
Yeah.
And this is Saturday, the 18th.
Yep, this
of
Saturday.
January of
Couple days.
2020.
Yeah.
Just so you guys are tuning into the show later and listening to this interview, that you don't show up at Gypsies if it's not there in 2040. It might be something else.
No
you know
doubt.
what I mean? Or it might be Gypsies.
Scott will be there,
It might be Gypsies Roadhouse condos at that time.
We're doing a 50s.
But tell us what we got, Scott.
Each band's doing like 3 50s numbers and an original song. There's like 9 bands. They'll probably do a little more. It all depends. I mean, we're going to have a lot of time.
We're doing it. We're taking.
We're doing it for a good
50
cause.
songs.
We're doing it for a good cause. We're raising money.
We're doing it for a friend of a very
For
good
the
friend for all of us for
well,
cancer benefit. But here's the thing with the music, though.
Yeah.
They're not just playing 50 songs. These are metal bands and punk bands and pop bands and stuff that are taking the 50 songs and turning it into their own versions of them. Somewhat.
We're still playing true to it.
It's going to be true to it, but they're going to put a little bit of edge on them.
We're doing Rock Around the Clock, Peggy Sue, and then we're going to do Johnny B. Good.
You, if you love dancing to them back in the 50s, I've heard all the renditions everybody's doing.
Yeah.
It's going to be above and beyond. It's the futuristic 50s. I mean, it's seriously, if you see the show, it's like we may bring a whole other genre of the 50s music back.
Who knows?
You guys are playing. It sounds.
I mean, it's going to be a fun. It's going. I think the next one we're doing is probably the 1960s. So probably the next.
Then
one.
You've got not only those coming up at Gypsies with these guys, 60s, 70s shows, but you've got.
We got the Battle of the Bands. It's a friendly Battle of the Bands from Dead Sea Records. We've got different bands from around the region, California, New Mexico, and everything.
That's going to be a great show.
It's February 8th, February 15th, February 22nd, and February 29th. We're on February 15th.
Yep.
With Illuminatus. There's. I don't know those other bands. I know Illuminatus were on there.
Oh, yeah, there's our bunch.
And Barathas, yeah.
There's a bunch of bands. Well, how it works, guys, is every Saturday for the next 4 weeks was at Tempe Tavern.
No, it's Palo Verde Lounge, which I've never been to.
Isabel, okay.
Check it out. Palo Verde.
Okay. I'm sorry. I have so many shows we do. I'm sorry I screwed those up. But it's 4 weeks in a row. It's all through February. It's every Saturday.
But before that, we skipped.
We have something. That's what I'm getting at.
We skipped.
We have a big one.
February 1st.
And now wait a minute. Now February 1st, and not only is it a big thing for everybody, but with the new kid on the block, it's only his second show, and he gets to go up in this big thing.
Yep.
You guys have been there before. You guys are pros. Tell everybody where you're gonna be playing. Tell them who you're
the Marquee Theater.
Do it, baby.
And we're on the bill with Soulfly. Soulfly, Max Calavera, ex Sepultura, man. That's a huge thing for us. And our set's going to be a little more heavier than normal.
Yeah, you know what? I heard the set tonight.
But we need to.
It is different. I've seen you guys a few times now. I've seen it on all your different sets, but you're bringing the heavy shit now.
Oh, yeah.
Sectus is killing it. the new video just dropped yesterday,
Yeah,
day
yeah.
before. That's killer.
by the way,
Oh man! You guys see Runaway straighten his hair, dude? It goes down like to his ankles in that thing, man. He's killer. I don't know how he doesn't wrap up in his bass
But
strings.
there's some good bands on the bill. You got Sectus, you got I Don't Conform, there's Ocean Harvest, and Condemned to Dawn or something like that, which I never heard. But
and the whole build, there's tons of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. I'm not sure what time we're going on, but hey, we're proud to be proud of the bill. I mean, it's like I say, huge.
Well, I got to tell you
us.
guys one thing. I'm proud of that, to be a part of that bill, but I am not emceeing this show. I actually got brought on to do something a whole different, but I'll tell you that off the air, but you're going to crap when you see that one. But I'm a little bit nervous about it.
Yeah, I want to have you play.
But I'm really glad to be back there. But yeah, I know that in the February 1st. Can we tell about that? Can we talk about
February
February
1st, I'm going to have him dressed as a bus driver, Jim, and do the backups with you. And then during the monologue in the mid part, just have him laugh like this.
Oh, let's just put it this way. I get to go on stage with, let's just let it out. Fuck it. Let's not bullshit. I get to go on stage with Scott Rowe and Redrum at the Marquee, guys. Come out and watch me dress up like a bus driver, dress up like a couple other characters, be a total cow. I'm going to rev up everybody. I'm going to give Scott the biggest nut shot he ever got on stage. He's going to drop. We're going to have a great time, and I'm just having fun with my brothers. Now, hold on. Captain J.O. over here has got something to say.
Oh, is that why you wear that fucking cup?
Oh, that cup. Yes. Now, wait a minute. Now, guys, wait. We got to talk about that cup. That cup, I gave that cup to Scott. That was the cup that I wore when I fought. When I fought with Pride in UFC for 178 wins. That was the cup that I wore that nobody could break. So I gave it to Scott because he knows I can put that nut shot in there. He can take it. So anyway, if you guys, if he forgets to take it, then he's gonna fall. If not, he'll take the nut shot like a man, and he'll look like he's the Marine that he is.
Yeah, February 1st, Soulfly, and then March 7th.
And you guys know what else is in that bag? A whole bunch of bullshit that we just talked about. But anyway, go ahead. Figure it out.
So we got February 15th on the Battle of the Bands thing, and then March 7th, it's going to be a really good show for us. We're going to be opening up for Sectus. Direct support with Sectus, and then after Sectus, we got the Whiskey Dogs closing the show. Great show. That's going to be March 7th. And then April 3rd, I just booked Redrum and Frankenshred. Yeah. And we're looking for another band. Probably I Don't Conform. I'm hoping they'll come on the bill.
Okay, now guys, so
that's going to be April 3rd at Arlie's Bar and Grill. That's
2020. So you guys know if you're listening,
April 3rd, Arlie's Bar and Grill. That's old club Owl, Red Owl, right?
Red Owl.
Yeah.
All right, now check this out, guys. Too. Anytime you're looking for a fun show or anything else, look for Scott. He's doing all the booking at Gypsy's Roadhouse. He does booking at other places too. But Scott is not a promoter. He's not your manager. He is a producer of shows. To mark his words exactly, that's what Scott does. Yeah, promoters get us in trouble. We get too much blame. He produces shows. He does a hell of a job at it.
May 9th, it just got booked at Hooper's with Desert Viking.
See, he's already going off. See how he's going? He's already trying to put it all off. He claims he's not a promoter, but that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, Penny.
So check it out. Hit up Scott Rowe.
She really loved it. She wants to be on there. May 9th over at Hooper's.
See, these guys never shut up. They just go and go and go and go. They just can't stop. He's promoting everybody. You guys thought Brian Mogul was bad. Scott's just as bad as Brian Mogul is. And you guys know who Brian Mogul is. He's the best promoter in your band, even though he's not in your band.
Desert Vikings, Redrum, and I think they're trying to get
and they put them all out there. And Brian will make a poster for all of them as well as we will as well, because he goes crazy with that. So, you guys, anything else we want to say tonight? We've had a great interview. This has been fun. Listen to these guys. It sounds like I'm sitting in the middle of a band meeting now. They've taken over the interview, and they're just bullshitting about what's coming up. They've completely tuned me out, and that's what they're doing. So, you guys, here's the diva, Scott Rowe, who's taking over the interview, doing his own damn thing. Well, you know I'm going to say that, you little shit. Anyway, you guys, these guys are definitely back into getting into business right now. They've got a lot of shit to talk about, obviously. So we're going to run. But anything we're going to say, any shout-outs we want to give to anybody special? Hellos, this, that, future projects, other than what we're not. Never mind. Don't even say future projects. He's going to talk to us all night. We only have like 9 more hours on here.
You keep opening doors. You keep open
we'll
doors.
Talk about the.
We'll
do another podcast for the final curtain show of the Alice.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, you guys, peace out. Listen, we're gonna go around the room really quick. This is Doc. This is
Scott Rowe,
Matt Taylor,
Rob Forrest.
And this band is called
Scott Rowe and Redrum.
And you're listening to
the JAMES C STARKE Radio Show.
Close enough, baby. You guys have been a great time tonight. You guys stay cool. Be awesome. Don't forget to don't drink and drive. And if you do, call Scott. He'll get you home. I promise you. If you need anything silly or any sex toys, call Doc or call anybody else in the band. They're total freaks.
Call Forrest.
There you go. You're Forrest. You guys stay awesome. We're going to be out of here. $20 a piece in the bathroom. The men's room at, Gypsies?
But it's $20 for 5. Yeah. So.
$20. Oh shit. Okay, we're out of here, guys. It's getting horrible. I gotta go. We're good. Stay awesome. You listen to JAMES C STARKE Radio. Peace out.
We're gonna start calling you Little Boy Blue when you get
Thank you, man. When are you going to air this?
Tonight.
Tonight? Oh, wow.
Never.